All right, guys, what's going on, man? So today we're going to talk about how I got into fitness. So I've always kind of liked to work out, but I never really got disciplined and got in the gym. I spent most of my working out before I actually got to the gym in jail. So as some of you know, I've spent probably about 2 years altogether in jail. Not at one time, but if you break it up, spent about 2 years in jail. So I did a lot of calisthenics in jail. But what got me into fitness is I had gotten out of jail when I was 25 years old, and I got on drugs real bad. I got on drugs real bad, and I wanted to change my life. I wanted to change my life, and I had a brother that worked out, and I would watch him, and he looked pretty good and everything. He seemed to be real happy, and I'm like, you know what? I think that's something I need to do. I think I need to get in the gym. So I decided to get clean. And I did. I got clean and went through withdrawals and all that. And about 2 weeks later, I went and signed up for a gym membership and started working out. I worked out that day, and it became a regular thing. Every day after work, I would go work out, and I started to really fall in love with it. Sometimes when people start working out, they don't last that long or whatever. There's been times in my life where I've actually done that, where I would go start a gym membership somewhere and I'd go 2 or 3 times and that was it. But this time, I think I just had so much purpose behind me, and I was so ready for a change in my life. I made it happen, dude. And I got up in that gym. I stuck with it for about 3 months. And about 3 months in is when I realized, like, man, I really like this. Because I was seeing results, and I was feeling better. I was clean out from drugs, and I was feeling great, man. It was something that I realized that I think I want to do this for the rest of my life. So I fell in love with it, guys. I fell in love with it, and that went on for a long time. And it kept me clean. I didn't even think about drugs, man. I didn't even think about drugs. And about a year later, because as some of you already know, I don't hold nothing back on my channel. I tell it like it is. I don't tell no lies. I keep it real. People are going to accept it or they ain't, but it's the truth at the end of the day. The truth will set you free, right? I always tell the truth. So about a year in, I was super dedicated, man. I was doing my diet. I was watching like bodybuilding videos on YouTube every day. I was studying it. I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to fitness too, like extremely knowledgeable. And I became obsessed with it. And about a year in, I decided that I wanted to do my first cycle of anabolic steroids. And I did. I got on the internet, figured out where to get it at and all that. And I got me some. And, the whole steroids might be another video topic about how I got on steroids and the cycles I did and all that stuff. But I got on the internet, got me a cycle, and I started my cycle. I remember my first cycle was, as weird as this is, guys, I didn't know really what I was doing, but my first cycle was testosterone, Dianabol, and Winstrol. For people that know about bodybuilding, that's not a very common stack. But it was something that was recommended to me by this website. That's why you don't never get on websites and listen to everybody. So I ran testosterone, 500 milligrams test, 50 milligrams of Dianabol, and like 30 milligrams of Winstrol. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first cycle, and I got great results, dude. I gained like 30 pounds. Oh yeah, and this is for entertainment, educational purposes only. I'm not a doctor. Don't go jump on steroids, because I'm not telling you to do that at all. I'm just telling you my experience. So I gained about 30 pounds. It looked like pure muscle, but some of it was water. Some of it was probably fat. I got huge. I got huge compared to what I was, and that became a whole other addiction. So I continued to use steroids. I would cycle off. I would cycle back on, cycle off, cycle back on. I ended up trying different compounds. I started trying like Deca, Trenbolone, and just different things like that. Sustanon, different esters of testosterone, cypionate, propionate, enanthate. And I really started experimenting, Anadrol and things like that. I was taking Anavar. And, you know, I got I got even more dedicated. I got to a point where I was down to like 6% body fat. I mean, I could have jumped on stage at this point. But I got super into it, man. I got super into it, and I loved it. I loved the results that I was getting. I loved the feeling that I would get. I mean, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? And I can't lie, I also liked the attention I was getting from other people. That becomes addictive, you know. But yeah, the point of this video is how I got into fitness, and that's how. You know, I wanted to get clean from drugs. I did get clean from drugs, and I got up in that gym and ended up falling in love with it, man. Ended up falling in love with it. So I'm always going to preach fitness. I'm always going to push fitness. I think if you're going through anything in your life, you should probably give fitness a try. And don't just get up in there. Like, stick with it, man. Stick with it. You know, it took me about 3 months to where I figured out that I loved it. It took me about 3 months of that. You know, and I may have still been dealing with like post-acute withdrawal syndrome from the drugs. Maybe that's why it took me so long to really feel like great. But after a month, I was feeling good. And I was going every day. And yeah, guys, I fell in love with the gym. I fell in love with the gym. And let me tell you what I think happened. I think that I replaced my drug addiction with a fitness addiction. I think that's what happened. Because I didn't even want to do drugs. I was still drinking and things like that, but I did not even want to get high or do any of that. I became completely addicted and just flat out dedicated to this gym, man. And as some of y'all already know, I fell off. And it stayed like that for, 5 years. I worked out consistently for 5 years. And recently, I got addicted to fentanyl and fell off again, and I'm back at it. I'm trying to get my, what I had back. I'm trying to get all that back. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. But yeah, fitness, let me go ahead and throw another message into this video. Fitness saved my life twice. It saved me from addiction, drug addiction twice. So, man, get up in that gym. Gym. I'ma always preach it. I'ma always preach that gym, man. Get up in there. It can really change your life for the better. It can definitely change your life for the better. And that's pretty much all I got on it, guys. That's pretty much all. If y'all want any gym advice, hit me up, man. Because I can definitely give it. I can definitely give it to you, man. But yeah, guys, you already know what it is. I'm just a guy that decided to get on YouTube, share his life with the world. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.